Got the game from the old school. Focus on break no rules. Operate on my own truth. I've been making my own moves. I keep hearing this game saying you could be the one if you so choose. Got the game from the old school. Focus on break no rules. Operate on my own truth. I've been making my own moves. I keep hearing this game saying you could be the one if you.
Alright guys, we're coming to you with another video. Shout out to the whole LDBC. If you like this video, please like this video. And if you like the other content which this page has, please feel free to subscribe to this platform and hit the bell icon so you can be in the loop with everything that comes to this page. So I was just reading a couple of articles, and yeah, I mean, what I read is expected, you know, definitely expected from him. And it just definitely shows you how this country in general feels about like disasters, when the majority of the disasters occur to minorities, you know. We just got to look at a timeline and see how things pan out, you know. Before, you know, I mentioned in one video before that, you know, when the incident in Notre Dame happened, you know, there was so much outcry, there was so much financial support, and there was so much, you know, people willing to go fund me for that Notre Dame situation, you know. And you know, now we just look at reminders of where we stand in the scheme of things when it comes to disasters happening to us. You gotta look at Katrina, you know, how that panned out, and how, you know, a Cuban delegation and the Venezuelan delegation was willing to assist in these in that situation, but America rejected that assistance. And that just shows you what America thinks about minorities who happen to have black ancestry, or let's just say black and brown Latin ancestry. Because another thing that came to light was the fact that Akon wanted to give power to Puerto Rico, and the United States government rejected his proposal for that, you know. So if he had a plan to light Puerto Rico up, if the United States was so concerned with what it claims as its own, as it claims to like have a foothold on the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, then why wouldn't it allow that to happen? You know, why wouldn't it allow Akon to do its thing? We can look at Haiti, or as we call Haiti. We can look at that situation as well. With Haiti, you know, all kinds of disasters that, you know, have occurred there have basically, you know, there's been other help by other nations and not the United States. You know, with all the money that Haiti has had, you know, from the Red Cross, from all these organizations, I mean, literally, I read somewhere that a total of like I don't know, like 5 houses, and mind you, a lot of aid has been going to Haiti. That's all the money, that's all the houses that were built from the amount of money that was given to Haiti when there was disasters and things like that, you know. So what can we really say about like this country actually caring about the welfare of black people? You know, it simply doesn't. And it's not a means of me complaining about it, because I knew this when I got here. You know what I was up against. I knew what I was up against when I got here, man. I knew how these people felt about me before I even stepped foot here. You know, and they're not going to change their ways, and that's just the bottom line. I mean, let's be honest. If you've had a foothold in something for so long, and if you've enjoyed certain benefits and advantages to having that foothold, do you think that you're going to let the order of the day be changed? Absolutely not. And so now what I want to move into is the fact that, you know, Trump has blocked hurricane victims in the Bahamas from regrouping and getting their bearings done in the United States. With that being said, you know, this is a state of an emergency. So, I mean, and with this country's resources, apparently it's supposed to be the richest country. Why wouldn't they set something up, like some kind of clinics or something like that, where people could regain their bearings? And why wouldn't they, you know, assist in this matter, you know? And it just goes to show you that this president, this country, really does not like black people, you know? Really doesn't think much of black people. And so just understand this, you know, as a black person, that this is what you're going to get. You know, I personally, you know, have to remind myself this is what it is, you know. So, you know, I've talked to other immigrants because, as I've said before, I've been in this country for quite a time now. You know, while I don't consider myself a American, quote unquote American, I consider myself someone who is staying in this country legally and doing what he has to do, but has not assimilated to what other immigrants have assimilated to. Like, you won't catch me say, oh, this is such a great country, oh, this is such a wonderful country, oh, this is a beautiful country. You'll never catch me saying some stuff like that. What you will catch me saying is that this country has certain good to it, you know. But more often than not, the certain bad comes out in different like forms, and this is one of the forms that's coming out to right now, you know. The fact that this is like that I think you say the Bahamas, you know, the fact that they can't come here and regroup is kind of like messed up, you know. They're right off the coast of Florida, so why wouldn't they come? And he has the nerve to say, oh, there's some bad people that will come into this country through there. But you're not looking for the bad people who are shooting up places, though, are you? You know, you're letting that happen. Even when there's red flags beforehand, you're still letting that happen. You're still allowing these crazy gun laws so it can become easier for bad people to get guns. So that just shows me how you look at us. So, you know, as for Bahamians, you know, I feel bad about the whole situation. You know, there's nothing I can really do except for help through like giving y'all supplies and stuff like that. And so if you want to get some things together, I'll leave my email in the in the description of this video. And you know, if you're in the Los Angeles area, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have I'm going to make an event. Chances are I'm going to have it at the one of the local parks. I'll keep y'all posted. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some supplies together. You know, I'm going to get some things together where y'all can donate, you know, some things, whether it be like just like toilet paper, whether it just be like foodstuffs, whether it be like just backpacks, or whether it be anything that will help them. And I'm gonna find a way to ship these things off, you know. I'm gonna do that for them, you know, because, you know, they're our brothers, you know. They're our brothers. And we can't just sit here idly and let it go down like that. I mean, it has something, we have to do something about it. And I hope, you know, this is going to be something that we're going to get situated for the end of October or September. I mean, so yeah, this is what happens, you know, and this is what we deal with on the daily. You know, if I were Bahamas, once they do get things right, I would, I know tourism is a moneymaker. I know tourism makes a lot of money and things like that. But when things get better for them, when they recover from this, if I were them, I would not let Americans into my country. I would definitely like be like, oh, well, you know, you didn't want to like give us a helping hand, so we don't need your tourist dollars. We'll get it from other nationalities. We don't need you. That's what I would do if I were them. You know, basically, there's a saying we have, don't get mad when I pull a you on you, you know, and that's what I would do with, like, and that's what I do with all these, like, Trump supporters. This is what I do with all of them. You know, I pull thems on thems all the time. Because, like, some people say, oh, well, you know, you shouldn't fight evil with evil. But, you know, unfortunately, that's just unfortunately, maybe the only way they're going to understand is evil with evil. That's just what it is. You know, sometimes that's just the only way they understand, because they've been indoctrinated so much by their ways. And, you know, they're so arrogant that, you know, sometimes a slice of humble pie, you know, may not look so humble, you know. So that's how it works, you know. And so, yeah. You know, it is what it is. But, yeah. Fula signing out. Leave your comments, leave your thoughts about this situation. I want to hear some opinions. I want to know if you think that, Bahamians should be let in for assistance here, until they can recruit, But anyhow, that's all I got for now, guys. Full of signing out.